Welcome back, aliens. Today we are going to see how to create a simple dashboard in Excel. So dashboard is common functionality for all kind of reporting purposes, and we are just going to show on how to create it effectively. Okay, here if you check that we have a simple attendance sheet as well as student mark sheets and teachers information. So with that information, how to create a simple dashboard. So here I'm just going to explain how to create it step by step. Okay, so watch till the end. So end of that you'll have a clear idea on how to create dashboard with the multiple functions effectively. Okay, let's get into the video. Yeah, so here I'm just having that I just want student information. Okay, here I just want number of students and number of male students, number of female students, number of passed students, number of failed students, and finally pass rate. So even if in reporting purposes we need this common information because that high level people are won't look into the depth in for in skin wise sheet wise. Okay, so at that time they will look only for the dashboards, right? So here I just in the first cell I just want a number of students, and then a students cell sheet available in the second sheet. Here if you check that I have provided 40 rows with the 40 different students name, and whereas teachers I have 10 rows with the different categories, and marks just provided and different 6 languages, around 7 languages with the different categories, right? Okay, so now I'm just getting into the dashboard and I just want to count the number of students. To find the number of student you can use simple count functions, right? I'm just using the count function, but please ensure that count function will work only if the value is a numeric. Okay, here I'm just having that serial number is numeric, so I can go for that serial number to counting that respective students. Okay, yeah, so total student number of students is a 40. Next I just want a number of male students, so for that I can use count if. The reason is here we need that male students, so I cannot use count functions here. Okay, so I'm just trying to use that count if function, and the range I need to provide gender. The reason is I want that male student. Okay, and the condition is male. So if we check that the total count is a 29. Okay, so whereas I want that female number. So likewise I'm just going to apply different condition. So watch it carefully so you don't miss anything. The same range I'm selecting it, and this time I'm applying the condition is a female, and if you click enter I'm having that total 11 female students. Okay, so this time I'm using count because I just want the first student. I am continuing status column here, and is pass, and if you click that I can see 25 students are passed out of 40 students. Total pass rate is 62.5%. So this is how you should calculate the pass rate. So this is the pass rate formula. Means I'm just number dividing 40 number of students by passed into 100%. Okay, number of failed students. I'm putting the same if condition and going to the marks column, clicking that status. Okay, and taking that failed cases. Okay, finally if you check that 50 students are failed. Okay, so this is a main overview of that students and marks columns. Okay, so now let's we get into that subject wise, how many students are passed and how many students are failed. So here I just want all the subject names. So for this, so what formula do you prefer? Because I just want to import that all the subject from another sheet. So for this I suggest you to use that import array. Typing the formula, and I'm not having any subject called subject sheet. Okay, so here I'm just having subject and teachers column. I'm importing that, and I'm having some errors as wrong number of argument expected to. The reason is it is expecting, it is asking for the URL, right? So import range, if you want to import range you must specify that URL. So this is the URL. This is the first we need to specify the URL and the teachers column. Yeah, here if you check that, we have duplicate subject names. So I don't want the duplicate the subject names. For that, how do we use it? So for that, you can use, here if you check that, I just used unique formula, so which is used to remove the duplicates from that result. Okay, so here if you check that, I'm just having all the subjects here, right? So here we just use two formulas to import the data from another sheet. One is subject name and another one is import range. Okay, one is unique and the import range. Okay, so now we have that some subjects here, and I need to arrive that number of students passed in each subject. So based on the subject name only, I need to check then what is the number of students passed in the subject. Okay, here I need to consider the first column. I need to consider the Hindi subject. Okay, so for that I need count. Count if, because I want to count based on that subject name, right? So first is a range. I need to go to that marks column. So here I need all the Hindi, right? So here I need to mention that in the column. Okay, but what is the condition? Here the condition is must be greater than 35. So this is the column. So here if you check that, out of 40 students, 39 students are passed. Okay, means students are very good at the subject. Okay, if you want to reconcile the data, you can see below 35 you can see only on data, something like, yeah, here if you check that, this is the only what I can see. So remaining 39 students are passed. So that's how it works, right? So likewise I want to calculate for max. Okay, so we just added all the passed students. So in that maths and Telugu, now all the students are passed. Okay, now if you want to check that failed cases, we can do the same the condition applying that failed. Okay, so this is how you need to check how many subjects are there and how many students are passed in the respective subject. Okay, here if you check that, we have used many formulas in single grids itself. Here we used unique import range, count if, and also count if. Okay, okay, so now let's get into that another grid with a different example. And in this example, I want the number of teachers. Here you can use count if itself, count itself, because I want a number of teachers. So I can go to that and clicking that serial number, closing that. I can see that number of teachers count. So if I want the number of male student, I must use count if condition. Count if condition. Also, I need to go to the teachers column and specify select the gender, and I need to select male, right? So the written result is 5. What about female student, female teacher? So select that count if, want to go to that teachers tab, selecting that gender again, and mentioning that female is a condition. So written result is a 5. Okay, so this is a common example for using that count and count if. And finally we have one more condition. So in this condition we are having a range, marks range. So based on mark range, how many students are available and how many students are passed and how many students are failed. So this is a common dashboard purpose, because let that organization will identify how many students are in which category. So do they, from that they will identify, and finally they will consolidate with the data. Okay, so then how do I arrive with that? So here I'm just having that 0 to 100. Likewise I'm having that 400 to 500. So let's take the first column saying that 0 to 100. 0 to 100, oh, how many data I want? I want the number of students, but the condition is it must be the total marks must be 0 to 100. So I'm having the total marks column here. Yeah, I'm having it already, total. So okay, I'm having that column as a total. So from that column I need to identify whether it's a range is between 0 to 100. So for that I need to put count if. I can use count if itself, count count if, and selecting that marks. Here I'm selecting that total. Okay, so the total here, closing the bracket. And what is the condition? It should be less than or equal to 100. That's perfect, right? Here the number of students is a 0, because total we are checking the total, so it must be greater than 100 only. So here the number of students is 0 in the range 0 to 100. But this is the count. For this we are using count if with the one condition. Let's take another example with multiple conditions. So here number of, obviously the number of students will be 0. So okay, let's make it count. And in this example we cannot use count if. The reason is we are checking that minimum and maximum range, so at that time we must use two conditions, but the count should be recorded. Then how do I do that with two conditions? For that only we have a function called countif. Yes, okay, here only you need to use countif because I have one minimum range and I have one maximum range. At that time you should use that countif. Yes, and I'm just selecting that marks column again, and the same if top to bottom. And what is the conditions here? Here the condition should be less than or equal to less than, sorry, greater than 100, and the same range the condition should be less than or equal to 200. Means I'm just taking the data over having the marks, total marks between 100 to 200 and closing that. Still I'm having the count as a 0 because, so I can see that total marks will be 300 to 400 only. So below 300 I don't see any students. Okay, so let's go get into that another. The number of students is at 24. So totally if you check that the count is false 40 students. Alright, so I have, so this is how the unit calculate that number of students between the ranges. Okay, so and I just want one more column, something number of students first, number of students within that specific ranges. Count if yes, I'll tell you why we are putting that count if yes here, because I want the number of students passed between marks between 0 to 100. So I want, so here I'm having two conditions. The first one is a marks range and another one is a passed student. So for that I need to go to that marks and I need to select that first condition is total. Here I'm selecting the total here, and the range should be less than 100. Fine, less than or equal to 100. And what is the second condition? Second condition is nothing but the next column. Before that we were checking same column, right? Okay, I'm checking the next column, and here the condition is something like pass, right? So this is entirely different from that number of students first column, right? So here I'm having that value as a 0. The reason is there is no number of students between 0 to 100 range. So I can see, yeah, so that you have the data here. The number of students passed, I just used two conditions. One is to verify the range and another one is verifying that status, pass or fail. And whereas number of failed students, I just used three conditions. One is that minimum range, maximum range, and another one is a fail status. So whereas say number of students, we just use only two conditions. So likewise we can have a number of formulas in number of conditions. So hope you understand this dashboard creation. So likewise you can create a dashboard with yourself with effectively. I suggest you to do some exercise on creating a dashboard with creating some attendance sheet or with any regular practices. So you will be having more experience with using that regular formulas. Okay, hope you understand. See you again with another interesting video.